Today is Guru Purnima.
Oh, today is Guru Purnima. Well, Guru, it's a big word. Guru is like having a drink, stirred but not shaken. Yeah, you can get me a drink. Stirred but not shaken. A guru will stir, but yet can you remain unshaken? No spilling, but stirred. Stirred within, but no spillover. Now that contained stirring without shaking, without destabilizing, is the influence of a guru. A guru is hot and happening because when you come in contact with the guru, there will be melting down. That is hot. The heat is so much that something in you melt. And happening means it is blending, it is merging with your activity. The wisdom has to blend and merge with the activity. Then it's a happening. Otherwise, only melting. So a lot of people are there who melt because of the heat, but they are not merging and blending the wisdom with their activity. So their activity still remains separated from the meltdown of the heat. So a guru is hot and happening and stirred but not shaken. A guru is a spark. It's like a cracker. Something will explode, a burst inside you because there's going to be a breakdown of very rigid concepts for the purpose of reshaping it, remolding it, reforming it. So when these three things come together, stirred but not shaken, hot and happening, that is melted and yet merged and blended with the activity. And third, a spark, a burst, a breakdown of a rigid concept and stances. When all these three come together, it is the wisdom in your activity. Your expression will be interspersed, knitted and weaved into the fabric of activity. The wisdom is weaved into activity. For example, you can talk about wisdom. It's like sugar. Sugar is put into the coffee, into the tea. So the sugar is dissolved. It is melted and it's dissolved. And then the coffee becomes sweet. So the sugar is the wisdom, but unless it is merged and blended and dissolved into the coffee, when you drink the coffee, you will not get the taste of the sweet. So to sweeten your activity, the wisdom has to will have to intertwine with the activity. The wisdom has to intertwine with the activity. Otherwise, you may talk about the sugar. Sugar is white, it is sweet. But I do not drink coffee, I do not drink tea ever. I do not take a sweet dish on my tongue. So if you have never tasted a sweet dish, but you can talk about sugar, now that is not the influence of a guru. That's your intellectual reading, intellectual grasping, but not merging into the activity. So when a guru is influencing you, the sugar will have to sweeten the tea and coffee or any sweet dish, and you must get the experience of the sweet dish. So if you talk about a wisdom point called present moment is inevitable, and then when you're in a traffic jam, you have no right to get irritated and annoyed in the traffic jam, because if the sugar, and talking about the sugar is present moment is inevitable, if it has dissolved, if it has intertwined, if it has interspersed with that event and situation that you are in a traffic jam, then sitting in a traffic jam will be sweet, will not be bitter. You will not get irritated and annoyed. So this kind of merger, this kind of blending of wisdom, like the sugar that is dissolved into the liquid, is the benefit of the influence of the guru. You have to enforce the blending. You have to enforce the dissolve of the sugar into the beverage. And then when you taste it, now you know that you have activated, operationalized the wisdom. Or salt. You can talk about it. It's white, it is table salt, rock salt, it is salt before it's powdered, and the salt has a specific taste. But if you have not used it into the food, and because you have always had food without the salt, then you have not diluted, you have not interspersed that salty taste into the food that you are consuming. So the activity that you're consuming must have a little salt if it is dissolved, and a little sweet in the beverage if it is melted. And then the utility begins of the wisdom. And when the utility is there in your daily activity, in all the situation, the utility of the wisdom is visible to you, then there is an influence of a guru. The indicator of that is that you are, in whichever situation you are faced with, you are showing composure and calm and innovation. So this is coming close to the fullness, which is the Purnima. So indicator of this fullness and indicator of this merger and blending with wisdom in your daily activity and situation, the indicator is a full moon. So today is a full moon night, and you can call it Guru Purnima, and you can make a ritual and a ceremony to express it in a festive mode. So I decided to get a guru, and I chose His Holiness Puja Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji as my Gurudev, and the journey is on, and I'm learning how to get the wisdom interspersed into the fabric of daily activity. So stay stirred but never shaken, never spilling over. It's a hot and happening. Get melted, but do not forget to, as a happening, many people are melted, but they are not dissolving. They are not merging. They are not blending. And it's a spark and an explosion. There is pain. Do not worry about it, because that is just a temporary breakdown of rigid concepts, or breaking off out of ignorance and arriving how to merge and blend the wisdom into your daily activity and daily situations. Enjoy the day. Get the Guru or get to the Guru. Whichever way, get the wisdom. Enjoy your Guru Purnima.